This week we're going to highlight trade estimates for USDA's Agricultural Outlook Forum, which will be held on Thursday and Friday of this week. We're going to turn our attention to South America and look at weather conditions and harvest progress in Brazil. Then we're going to turn our attention to Argentina, where beans are setting and filling pods. Then we're going to wrap things up this week with a long-term review of November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into the last few days of February here, and of course we're looking at the setting of the crop insurance base price here for the month. We've also seen the bean market back off a bit and turn more choppy. Before we get into that, however, let's take a look at the USDA Agricultural Outlook Forum. Now, the forum will be held on Thursday and Friday of this week. Now, the numbers that they release for soybean supply and demand estimates are not survey-based, but they do still provide a foundation for the 25-26 crop year. Let's take a look at those estimates. Now, we're looking here again at production starting out in plantings. The trade's looking for a reduction in bean acreage, down to 84.4 million acres compared to 87.1 for last year. Production would be 4.338 billion bushel compared to last year's 4.366. Trade's looking for a little higher yield there. But I think the important number here is the carryout. At the average, USDA numbers, 367 million bushels. Notice the carryout for this year is at 380. But look at that range, 282 to 434. So there's a wide range. But again, this will be released on Thursday and discussed on Friday this week. Let's turn our attention now to South America. Let's start out by looking at Brazil and where those soybeans are produced in Brazil. Now, Brazil here is, as I've highlighted in the blue box, USDA is forecasting a 10% increase in Brazil's production for this year. Mato Grosso there, highlighted in the light blue, is harvesting beans aggressively, as we'll see in a moment here. But as you go north to south, some of those beans in Rio Grande do Sul in the far south are still setting and filling pods. Now let's take a look at soybean crop progress. Nationwide, at about 36% harvested. Again, focusing in on Mato Grosso, about 66.7% of the beans have been harvested. That's slightly behind last year's 70% pace. But again, those are some of the first beans that will work their way into the world pipeline in terms of exports moving into the month of March. Of course, harvest progress is directly tied to the weather. Let's take a look at the short-term forecast. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-storm weather. Now we're looking at a drier pattern here all across that gray area here under a high influence of a high pressure system. It's going to be dry, and that's going to favor harvest progress across those areas. Let's quantify that a bit. Looking at the next 14 days, all those areas in red are below normal. Now, parts of Mato Grosso are going to be close to normal, but regardless, it looks like it's going to be a rapid harvest pace over the next couple weeks. Let's now turn our attention to Argentina, where the soybeans are setting and filling pods. Let's take a look where those beans are produced in Argentina. We're looking here at 4 key provinces: Córdoba, Buenos Aires, Santa Fe, and Santiago del Estero. About 85 to 90% of the beans are produced in those provinces. Let's take a look now at the weather trends for Argentina. Much different picture is shaping up for Argentina. Look at that green area across the bottom there. Heavy rainfall. In fact, looking at another way to look at this, between those red lines here highlighted in this map, at least 3 inches of rain in the next couple weeks. And within that purple circle, maybe as much as 8 inches of rain. Now let's look at the next 2 weeks. We're going to quantify all that green area is going to be normal or above normal. 97% of the beans in Argentina are going to see normal, above normal rain in the next couple weeks. So that'll really help those beans setting and filling pods. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November bean futures. Now again, the crop insurance base price is going to be set here in just a few days. It looks like the price is going to be near $10.56, $10.57 a bushel. Right now, November's futures are trading near $10.50 a bushel. Here's the critical message. We strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to get your positions in place for projected 2025 production. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.